what's up, Shady crew? Back at it again with another reaction video, and today we have a double feature on our hands. So we are reacting to Tom Macdonald's Exposure and American Dreamz. So yeah, Tom Macdonald definitely has a message, definitely a dope artist. I think a lot of people kind of sleep on his creativity and his artistic value, but the man is absolutely dope. And the vids and the music that he puts out, man, is super dope. Like, if you actually listen to the words and try to really understand the message behind what he's saying, it's legit dope. But I'm not gonna bore you guys anymore, so without further ado, let's get into this video.
Yeah. Let me break it down for every single doubter. You're afraid of what I'm doing, you're a coward. All your favorite rappers doing downers, and you make them feel empowered till they're fertilizing soil, pushing flowers. Yeah, what the Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, and 2 Chainz all have in common? They make a living off gangster rap, but they all went to college. It's all just marketing strategy, so you empty your wallet, endorsing vodka to make a buck and make you alcoholics. They make you stupid with Xanax, they make you broke with designers. They use the music to confuse the youth and influence minors. Isn't it funny how these rappers went from fighting to power to buy a gun and sell some drugs in just a matter of hours, to turn the students to felons that just get fed to the system? Cause there are people making fortunes off of privatized prisons. They objectify women till they are all that you crave, so you don't realize there's more to life than just getting laid. You think you're happy, but you're really just so caught in the game that you don't realize you're wasting all your money to play. They give you rappers with rainbow hair who wear clothes like your girlfriend to emasculate the men that emulate all the urban trends. Got you wearing pretty dresses and heels and popping pills like you really know how depression can feel. Y'all some posers, dying for acceptance and exposure, trying to be the rappers on the posters. All I hear is new chain, big house, fast cars, so boring. And all of that is lies, man, it's so corny. Death threats coming every other day for me, but I don't believe a word of is ghost stories. Hi, my name is Tom Macdonald, welcome to the show. If you are easily offended, then you probably should go. My resolution of losers who my new music is triggered, and just 1 million views on YouTube is too big middle fingers. I don't apologize or compromise, I quantify the figures, cause I'm optimized for making a killing and getting bigger. Had the fire all along, I needed fuel and a flicker to light the fuse to the mixture of the rumors and liquor. They got nothing else to do but try to cut me with scissors, but what's a blade to a building made out of iron and pillars? Go ahead and cry me a river, cause I've been dying to go swimming, and I'm designed to find it funny when they whine cause I'm winning. I just tell the truth, it's up to you to love or dismiss it. I'm just pointing out what I feel like the game has been missing, and every time I open my mouth up you get offended. You say the talk is cheap, but then you act like it's expensive. You can't afford to speak your mind, afraid you'll get rejected by some strangers on the internet whose lives are all pathetic. I was surrounded by people who just pretend to be down, and then I blew up off a record, no one's friends with me now. I've realized that my potential's so intensely profound that there was bound to be some haters getting caught in the crowd. I won't apologize for anything I said or I'll say. If you're allergic to opinions, you should just walk away. Don't give a shit about your arguments and your complaints. I'd love to have you in my audience, just know it isn't safe. White people are the biggest on the planet, but even still I swear I'm sick to death of hearing it. You're not a model, you're a waitress, and the man taking your picture is a pervert with a camera and no photography experience. You cry about gorillas getting shot inside a zoo, and then take photos on your phone when someone's dying next to you. Y'all only care about each other if it means you'll get some views, and you can say that I'm a but what I say is just the truth. There's a disconnect between the things you feel and what's said, cause you're afraid of what they'll think, so you don't say what you meant. If being true to myself means that I'll lose the respect, then I'll stand my ground like both my feet are stuck in cement. I was raised to keep my feelings, thoughts, and words all consistent. If you're censoring your heart, then what's the reason for living? I don't need their approval to validate my position, and I don't need to be accepted, never asked for permission. They attacked me from behind and tried to silence the vision, tried to kill me with fire, and from the ashes I've risen. My motivation won't expire, I don't get tired, I get driven. If they don't like it, then they're not required to comment or listen. They just hide behind their keyboards trying to find the ambition to go make something of their life while they die for attention.
Yeesh. All right. Yeah, that was tough. So we got one more, American Dreamz. Let's get it.
We're making murderers famous. The kill a bunch of kids and get on all the front pages. I don't know none of the victims. I know the guns in the system promote the ones who are dangerous. It's become entertainment. We got t-shirts and posters covered in murderers' faces. We got movies getting made portraying killers as saviors and parents leaving kids alone at home with guns in the basement. Would you pull me from a burning car? Run to get your phone so you can film me yelling world star. A gun don't make a soldier with a purple heart. A gun cannot protect us if we don't know where our morals are. Students fill the classes and the graves, and you claim it's a conspiracy to take your guns away. All the while the family's torn apart and trying to ask why the son deserved to die at his desk in his class. We don't want a politician making money off the bullet holes. They're digging our grave, the home of the brave has gone up in flames. Give a f about the system, we're not doing what we're told. The land of the free is armed to the teeth, American dreams. We're distracted by free porn and compilation videos of puppies and kittens, while our children use the internet to bully one another and then purchase ammunition. So addicted to your phone that you ignore the kids and never give them any supervision. So they learn to build a bomb on things you keep inside your kitchen, and you wonder how they ended up with life inside a prison. We mourn a dead gorilla but don't care when it's a person. We're forgetting that we're human. We're angry the chickens are being locked up in cages, and then forget we do the same to kids in our institutions. When they ask you about stupid, you tell them they should Google it, then wonder why the troubled youth are homicidal lunatics. You think it's tragic when a shooter kills a student, but then say it's all a plan for them to change the Constitution. We don't want a politician making money off the bullet holes. They're digging our grave, the home of the brave has gone up in flames. Give a about the system, we're not doing what we're told. The land of the free is armed to the teeth, American dreams. Yesterday will be the same as tomorrow if we don't wake up today. We don't want a politician making money off the bullet holes. They're digging our grave, the home of the brave has gone up in flames. Give a about the system, we're not doing what we're told. The land of the free is armed to the teeth, American dreams.
Alright, we're gonna stop it right there. So let's get into this. So exposure, first up, man, that was a dope track with a very heavy message in regards to how we censor ourselves and we don't really kind of speak out about things that we feel and just be 100% real. And we follow behind those that we aspire to be and don't really know their backstory or, you know, their grind to the top. Because I can remember back when Rick Ross came out, and then you know, everybody was "I'm a boss" because it was catchy, it was a catchphrase, and everybody was saying it. And then they found out that this man used to work for the prison, was a prison guard or Sutton security guard or something like that in the prison, and it was like, oh my gosh, how could this be? Well, you know, nobody really actually did the research to find out if the backstory that he was spinning was actually legit, if it was real. We just went with what he said and took it as gospel and just ran with it. So it was absolutely dope to hear him speak from his perspective. And I think a lot of times what it is we're so caught up with the face of the conscious spoken word that we miss the actual message. So, you know, if Tom Macdonald wasn't white, would you listen? If what he was saying, would you listen? You know, if he was Asian, if he was black, would you listen? Because it's facts. Like, yo, you have to do your research. You're pantomiming and imitating to be something that you're not. That was legit dope, heavy message. And then it carried over with American Dreamz, which kind of picked up where Exposure left off. Now, I'm not sure which one came first, but in this reaction, we did Exposure first. So American Dreamz picked up, you know, talking about school shootings, you know, how you celebrate your child, you know, but when they get shot or, you know, you have a school shooting, it's like this national tragedy. But if we dealt with the child and not let TV and social media raise our kids to think that, you know, the video games that they play is real life, a lot of these things wouldn't actually take place, because they would know that there are consequences to their actions. When you play a video game, you got lives. You respawn, you can restart. In real life, you only got one. So you mess that up, you're done. And I don't think that people really understand the validity of that, because we live in a technological advanced society to VR tech and all this stuff that kind of makes us devoid of actual interaction, where we realize that, yo, it only takes one bad choice, one bad decision, and that's it for you. And that's real, that's facts. Everybody is going to die one day, we know that. But the situations that we bring upon ourselves could expedite that process, and there's not a lot of conversation toward that. So these two videos were absolutely dope, absolutely lit, absolutely fire. And I absolutely love how when he drops the rock and roll with the rap, it throws you for a loop at first, but it is dope, man. Everybody can't do that. They can't mix genres and actually make them sound dope. But this was absolutely dope. Exposure was heat. American Dreamz was absolutely dope. And I think he shot that from a cemetery. Like, yo, yeah, that's real. Cause I don't know about you, but you know, when you're living currently, you know, it's like every day there's a death or there's a tragedy or something. Like, yo, you literally feel like you're living in a cemetery because somebody's leaving. Like, it's crazy. But these vids were absolutely dope. So definitely wanted to get this content out. I think that there was someone that requested the exposure video, so I apologize. I couldn't go back far enough to find your request, but here it is. So thank you for requesting this vid, and then I seen American Dreamz, so I coupled that together. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction and enjoyed those vids, man. Tom Macdonald, keep doing your thing, bruh. This was absolutely dope. Keep speaking your truth and speaking your message. Oh, that's another thing. Be you, true and true. Don't try to be anyone else. Like, yo, don't let nobody muffle your creativity, tell you you're not dope when you are dope. Be the best you that you can be. Like, and I don't mean to put like the more you know symbol and message, but like, come on. In life, a lot of people will tell you a lot of things because they're afraid of the influence that you'll actually have if you start actually being the genuine you. So be you. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in because that was on exposure, and it just crossed my mind like, yo, that message was deep. Be you all the way. But anyways, guys, we're just gonna keep this thing moving. Make sure that you stay locked to this channel. Your video is coming up next. Smash that like, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, Shady Crew, stay shady.